Hello and welcome to Reviews. As I mentioned, we have here Avengers number 6. And wow, this cover is... Something's wrong about this card. It doesn't seem right. The proportions seem wrong. I haven't even opened this issue. I'm already kind of annoyed with it. We'll just keep making She-Hulk bigger. Oh, I'm sorry. She's back to Hulk now. Forget how her series ended. We're back to this. And yeah, we have a fight for the fate of the universe, or the fate of the Earth. And the cover to truly represent that is everybody on top of Ghost Rider's car. Yeah, that's how we're starting this. It's like I said before. It's an interesting premise of this story. Why is this story so boring? I don't know. So let's go ahead and just cut right into this. To be honest, I want to get it over with. So the issue starts off, looking around various parts of the Marvel universe. Man-Thing is howling. Gladiator is watching Earth and doing nothing. Iron Fist is having the battle of his nightmares foreseen in his dreams. And Odin is just sitting there, just knowing that, the end's coming. Yeah, this little opening that we get dealt with is going to be repeated several times. So where we left off, we have Thor and She-Hulk are giant size because they're giant size Avengers. Tony is in a giant suit of armor, thermonuclear armor, and Ghost Rider is piloting a Celestial. Which, okay, that's kind of neat. And so now they're fighting all these Celestials, and it's not going very well. Even Tony has to make the joke that this day has been so crazy that Giant Hulk has actually become a cause for celebration. No talking, only smashing. So we cut back over here, and basically the Avengers are losing. The Horde is frightened. You could tell by the way their mandibles twitch. So we have the Celestials basically above. We have all these insects coming out of the Earth. Then we got them where we want them. Dominate, Avengers. Cap, I didn't know you were so kinky. So Loki's plan here, the reason why he is, unloaded the Celestials, is I'm just kind of it's kind of to make the humans realize what their fate is, what they're really here for, and to help the Celestials basically. Loki keeps saying it's a truth you're not ready to face. And then we get this great bit. Oh, and by the way, the art in this book is really like over inked. It's muddy. I hate the panel layout. Everyone's doing these thin panels and trying to stuff things in, and the book is not pleasant to look at. And I'm really lenient on art. If you've ever watched my videos, I really only point out if the art's really good or really bad. And this one, I don't care for this. But anyway, Jen bites into a Celestial and then says one of many god-awful things in this book. Tastes like bomb in mouth. Hulk want more. Oh, this is so exploitable. I could just see this being photoshopped on 4chan into various different things, so. Anyway, Thor's having a blast. Finally, Stark, you have a body to match the size of your ego, and I have the hammer the size of a battleship. Ha! Why did his hammer get big too? I mean, I understand, when they ate that blood thing, he and Jennifer got huge, but if they had pocket change, in their pockets, would the coins get bigger too? Is that, I never understood how that works. So anyway, it's a whole bunch of smashing around. Um, some of these things, some of these captions with Ghost Rider in the first part, I don't know if it was a printing thing, but it was very hard to read. So as Ghost Rider is piloting a Celestial, he's learning from it. He's learning their names, what they do. So he ends up. This took me a moment to figure out exactly what was going on here. It wasn't until Tony said that headbutt just shattered every window for 1,000 miles. Oh, Ghost Rider's being headbutted here. Okay, like I said, this art it's like over inked. It's the panel layout is kind of goofy. The way I think they're trying to show action, but it's ugly. So basically, the Avengers are freaking out because they're not doing very well. Yeah, sure. Let me try this with just one arm. That'll be a fun challenge. If not for the caption, this is got swiped there. I didn't even realize his arm was severed. And then we get the bad jokes. Thanks for the hand, Tony. You see, his arm fell. You see? Yeah. In the midst of all this, Carol is going to quip. But I think we've got these bugs under control. And Black Panthers, I'm afraid my sensors say otherwise. Energy levels are spiking. Shut up. Shut up, Black Panthers, shut up. The cocoons inside Earth are hatching, so all the bugs are coming out. Then we cut back to around the world again. So judging by these readings, the horde is exploding from the ground all over the world. Whatever their final plan is here, I'd say this is it. So yeah, we have Captain Britain. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this panel is. I mean, it's obviously bugs coming up. Is it a celestial arm? What am I looking at here? And it's really panel layouts. I know they've been doing this a lot, but this is so bad. Bad panel arrangements that they have to try and stuff everything into a couple inches. I'm really not in the mood to review this. I read this book and it just annoyed me. And again, let's see. It's like they're not even trying anymore. She's just Hulk. It's just Hulk not afraid of spaceman who goes boom. Hulk strongest bomb there is. Why is Jen even in this book? This should be Bruce. It could even be Amadeus. I don't know, is he still Hulk? I forgot how that went. Just, why are they doing this? This is not her character. We're basically going back to Tamaki's run, where it looked like it was all straightened out. She's basically that, but green now. And then Loki is still gloating about all this. His master plan, stupid plan that it is. All we have to do is, just one phone call and all this would have been straightened out of what needed to be done. But it was a trial. Ooh, a trial, a test of strength. We'll get to that. This is just an ad here, but alien got discovered. Avengers now living inside? See issue number 8. This is issue number 6. Are we going to be dealing with the Celestials just from now on? So yeah, Hulk and Celestials are still fighting. Robbie starts saying, he vomits flaming bugs. I can't deal with this. And now Robbie starts talking about the things we saw on the other pages. It's mentioned that the Star brand is looking for a new host. The Guardian of the Nexus, the Man-Thing, is howling. Eyes watching from beyond the raw void between dimensions. They mentioned the Unseen, which, if I recall, Original Sins, that was Nick Fury, right? have they even mentioned that in the past few years? That he got chained up and became the new Watcher? Um, I don't read all of the books, so I don't know if they're still doing that. But so Tony has been having his power cores burning out, and he's trying to avoid a thermonuclear meltdown. He's just screw it, um, taking them and the remaining Celestial and taking them into space. When again, this took me a minute because I went over to this panel. Tony is flying off with the Celestial he grabbed. I didn't realize these were hands grabbing, reaching up for him at first. Because then you go to the full page over here, and suddenly he's kneeling, and he's got all the Celestials reaching out for him, and all he can say is, "Oh, damn." Yeah, it took me a minute to realize, did they pull him back to the ground? What exactly happened here? He's going to take this one up and detonate up in the air, but yeah, apparently the Celestials that they have beaten are now zombies. So we had the captions telling us about the Ebony Blade and things going on in the other parts of the world. We have Robbie telling us, oh, and here we're back to this. The ninjas of the hand bury their blades in their bodies, deep in the tombs of Castle Dracul. Even the undead Lord of the Damned knows fear. The Ebony Blade is bleeding, blah, blah, blah. So we're just going to keep repeating stupid stuff like this, so... I don't know why, but when I saw Cap saying this, too many! Along with this, it looks like, I don't know, like his kid Cap, and... so Carol Danvers is trying to, she's telling Alpha Flight to prepare for the evacuation of Earth. I've never liked stories where, a small group of heroes or whatever have enough pods to evacuate the planet. In Final Crisis, where they froze everyone down, everyone on the planet and got them off, were billions. Yeah, apparently evacuating the Earth, I don't know how many people they could actually save in such a short time, but yeah, I've always thought that's a little too out of scope. So, here's a great panel of Hulk getting hit. They're not even trying to draw her like a woman anymore. You do know, if I keep talking about She-Hulk, I've mentioned it many times, she's my favorite character. She's the reason why I'm reading this book, so I take a personal interest in what's going on to her in the book, and so if I seem a little bit She-Hulk focused, that's why. Thor says, nah, the magic is wearing off. I'm shrinking. I want to take that with the bomb in the mouse panel. Tastes like bomb in mouse. Hulk want more. And then follow it up with this. Yeah, I'm working a little blue tonight, so yeah, Ghost Rider keeps talking about how we are all God's vomit. We're God's vomit. And this is going to keep repeating. Tony abandons his armor to, I guess, blow it up. It's basically several. He's talking about the thermonuclear energies of it. You would think that there'd be more fallout from it. I'm not sure where he's at, what's going on, if there's danger to anyone else, if he's blowing up this giant suit of armor. Which is what I assume he's doing, because he says, those are $4 billion worth of fireworks. Let's never let him say we died without flair. Again, the art is kind of bad on this. If you look at things like something like one panel, but when it comes to the storytelling, it's kind of a mess. I'm a firm believer that you should be able to follow a story, at least more or less without the words, without the captions, at least kind of get an idea what's going on. If you take away the captions and the speech bubbles, you really wouldn't have much idea what's going on in this book. So yeah, the Eternals are dead, the Ebony Blade is bleeding, God's vomit, we're all God's vomit. Tony asks, why does he keep saying that? What does that mean? And it's a story that Loki told me when I was his prisoner, that life on Earth is the result of a dying celestial, the first celestial to ever be infected with the Horde. Well, if that's true, that could explain everything unusual about this world, including us. We're going to recap this and try and make this a little bit clearer. Yeah, of course, Tony would say, like herpes, only cuter. If Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark in the Marvel Universe, in the movies, in the cinematic universe, Tony in this book reads to me like Charlie Sheen. That's just a personal opinion. Hey, here we got Captain Marvel. Gotta get her front and center, right? She's the one that figures out that the Celestials feared, they saw the potential in us. They knew what we become, something that could beat the Horde for them once and for all. God, look at this. The space gods fear most, like Jennifer, fear losing control, fear the Horde. I have nothing. I don't have anything to say about it anymore. Basically, humans are the cure. The Celestials knew what would become of humans, that they would be the ones to finally be able to defeat this plague. So they let us fester on Earth for a while, so that we would eventually become the cure. And it almost kind of pulls into a Chekhov's gun situation with how they do this. Yeah, you and all your kind are the basic bacteria, moving through life like human gangrene, leaving everything shriveled and rotten in your own wake. Blah, blah, blah. But no more. You think you're the cure for the Horde? Well, Loki is the cure for you, and I've got just what the doctor ordered to. And then She-Hulk steps on him. It's funny. You remember when Monty Python did this? He had the foot. This really doesn't make any sense. These taunts, well, Loki is the cure for you. Would Loki really say that? Dialogue is bad in this book. If you hear the tone in my voice, it's because this book has kind of broken me. It's just, I don't care. I didn't care when this book started, and it's a really interesting concept, but this execution is crap. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to skip a couple pages. We're getting near the end. So, basically, the big thing is in issue 4, we saw the Eternals, Icarus, touch Tony Stark's head and say, only the Unimind could stop them. Only you can be the cure. So, what does this mean? Well, basically, Black Panther rigs up a machine that somehow combines all their powers and their minds together, all the Avengers, and they channel it into Ghost Rider so that he can save the world. And it's the single greatest moment of his life. And so, yeah, we'll come back to here. And, he keeps repeating, the ebony blade is bleeding, whatever that is. And my brother Gabe is home and alone in Hill Rock Heights, and he's scared. Screw that. Nobody messes with my brother. And then he punches the ground and energy flies around. And now we have Hulk and Thor kissing again. Oh, wait, her breasts are gone. Yeah, and this looks like they kind of drew her hair, and he's just kind of covered that. Yeah, he's kissing Bruce. Just make Tumblr happy and just have it be Bruce and Thor kissing. I don't care. I have nothing against that, but God, this is stupid. I agree with Tony. They're doing it again. Tony tries to get the same from Carol and go to Hellstar. antagonistic toward one another. I thought they mended fences after Civil War II, but so then Ghost Rider is out, and I got spat out by a Celestial. Now this is actually kind of funny. So after all this, after they after Robbie does whatever he does with the Unimind channeling all them, we get Thor and Hulk kissing. And Hulk was all about that before. And you have this next panel where, today you all share the mind of a god. You are welcome. Hulk want to puke out own brain. Okay, is that because she was merged with everybody? Is that because she kissed Thor? Is that a reaction to Thor's comment? What is that? She was just fine kissing Thor a moment ago. Now she wants to puke? Oh, that sounds fun. But it turns out that there's still a Celestial, still the final host, and the fight's not over. And for this guy, it is Strange talking about Loki. What's he talking about there? So they get back up because they've got now the cured Celestials to help them. So we get this, let me pull out here, big splash page of everyone taken off. Why is Carol flying sideways like that? It just looks, I know, you see this quite a lot when they do group shots or people flying like this, but it always looks silly to me when they have that, Just imagine if you were standing there, you just see a person, flying like this while everyone else is, stomach toward the ground. She's not even looking where she's going. She's just kind of looking at us, about to fly right into something. Hey, but she has hips. When was the last time Carol had hips? And so, yeah, things are calming down as the cured Celestials are now fighting back, and the Guardian of the Nexus Man thing lumbers back to a swamp. Odin does something that he hasn't done in a long time. He smiles. They redeemed the very first of our sins. Let us hope they never learn of the rest. I don't care about Avengers 1 million. I don't care. Oh, and there's going to be more? So yeah, in Wakanda, they cheer in the streets. The Ebony Blade goes cold, and then here, as Loki's chained up, he utter defeat. He does something unexpected. He beams with pride. Welcome back, Avengers. So the God of Stories here is pulling a Joker thing. This is the kind of crap that the Joker will do to Batman to test him to bring out the best. But why was he taunting them that he was the cure for them? And yeah, now at the end of the issue, we're going to find out the origin of the first Ghost Rider. Don't care. Don't care about Avengers 1 million. So yeah, this whole storyline, long story short, Celestials knew that the humans that would evolve would become the antivirus. That would become immune to the Horde, and so that they could be used to cure the Celestials. It was a long game, but I guess when you're a Celestial, what's billions and billions of years? And so the Avengers had to figure that out. Now, obviously the Celestials knew that. Loki knew that because that was his whole big game. Ha ha ha. What? Couldn't someone have just told someone, hey, the Celestials are like the most powerful beings in the universe, or one of the most powerful. Somehow they can get a message through. If Loki knew, he could have told them. It seemed rather weird that he would risk the Earth getting destroyed like that. Yeah, it's all based on poor communication skills, and it's a neat concept. It's boring. The art is not technically bad, but it's like panel layout is bad. The actual story telling aspect of it is not bad. It's over inked in some spots. God. Can't they bring She-Hulk's regular book back so I don't have to read this? I'd almost rather read A-Force. How bad is that? And I still have the Life of Captain Marvel #2 to get to. Pass on this. This is dumb. Oh my god, what's wrong with her eyes? Yeah, this issue's dumb. The storyline's dumb. You know, I'm starting to actually warm up to the characters. I like Doctor Strange. You know, I didn't know much about Robbie, but I'm starting to kind of like him, to be honest. I've never really liked Black Panther. I don't know if I can admit that now, since, you know, he's so popular, but I never really cared for him. Yeah, but I'm warming up to this team. And, you know, wait a minute. I just realized something. Captain Marvel's not on this cover. Huh. Anyway, pass on this. At least it wasn't another $5 book, but jeez. Alright, this has gone on way too long. I've said nothing, and as you can tell, I'm just burned out of this book, so... Oh, and the Life of Captain Marvel's coming up next. Oh, pray for me. Oh, once again, thank you for watching.